What is going on? We are your commentators for Climax and Night F, Dengeki Bunko, Fighting Climax Ignition, Top 24. I'm Pika Shocks.
I'm Kojo.
And we're hoping to give you a really good showing today. All four pools were absolute killers.
Yeah, absolutely hype.
Can we change that S to a Z at the end of my name? But every pool, we were getting upsets early. We were seeing people that should not be in losers in their halfway through.
People showing out, huh?
People absolutely showing out. And we didn't even get everybody from the Dengeki scene this time. We're missing some notable names, and it was still a...
Oh, who are we missing?
We're missing Abister.
Oh,
we're missing Maidendere.
Oh.
Yet we're still seeing weird games like Rain versus Spine should not have happened that early.
Yeah.
But there was no changing it because the pools were already stacked.
Figure. I bet they would be.
Yeah. But we're going in with Mako versus Ike. Ike normally doesn't do button checks, but it seems they're doing a button check. There should be a Yuki mirror, though.
Oh.
Ike likes to play Yuki Celti. It's sort of a budget Yuki area. Celti has a really strong 6S that covers that space just in front, catches jump in, sets up Yuki to just land those air unblockable 5Bs. High horses. A little bit of Umumusame representation or buddy named Horses. We'll never know. Seems to just waiting for the ready. And our players seem to have received it. Let's see if we're right about this Yuki mirror. Yes! A Yuki Holo versus Yuki Celti. Both of these assists. You'll see from time to time Holo significantly less so, but Holo's always actually been a strong option. But our first game in top 24. Good run-up throw, realizing that Holo covers the same ground game that Celti covers, so needs to find those moments that Ike is able to actually send out his assist dominantly. Spacing around those 5Cs. Good hard knockdown on Celti. Celti's very unique in the fact that both of her assists just give you that hard knockdown. And Holo here, all of that health back, but Ike doesn't care, goes for the throw right away, reclaims the corner, escapes blast, does not want to hold any mix. It doesn't matter though, does not land in time, does not get the full combo. And Ike manages to land a JC in the scramble. Now Ike's in a very fortunate situation in this second round. It's commonly known in Dengeki that the second round is the money-making round. You want to make your opponent spend as much meter as possible while keeping your resources high, so you can go into that third round. Mako dropping all of these lands in the 2-3-6. Still managing to catch Ike out. It doesn't matter. Gets the conversion this time. Gonna be seeing that Holo Hill, maybe going back to full. No, realizes that the kill is possible. Combo blast. Keep it simple. Just spend that meter. Now Mako, as I said, the money-making round, second round, Ike was not spending, and look at that resource deficit. 0 bar, Blast needs to recharge, and only 1 trump. Ike has it all. Ike can spend it all, and he's gonna punish this power. Mako turning it around a little bit. forcing the escape blast to come out.
Really is hard with the meter deficit in this game.
Bunko getting just a little bit of health back from Hollow, but Celti calls out the approach. He's going to spend it all. This isn't going to be a kill, but it's going to be a guess for game scenario. What is that going to do on Wake Up? Celti is not up. He just jumps, baits the throw. You can see he was having to think there. He's realizing that Mako is recognizing these situations. If he doesn't keep changing it, Mako will adjust. Calling out that Celti call. Hollow swipe. Hollow does recharge a little bit faster, so that is advantageous for Mako. Trying to catch that air unblockable 5B. Doesn't quite get it. 2AB through. No longer in the corner. Completely back to the wall again. Side swap. Very unfortunate for Mako. Does not need to call Celti. Grabs the trump attempt. Probably going to call Celti here. No. 4AB through. We're going to be not seeing the full route. Tries to side swap low. Just gets the throw instead. He does not have the meter to kill. He's looking to get a little bit of blast charge back, playing around that health deficit, realizing that, hey, I can build meter passively, so it's perfectly fine if we take this slow. Two AB straight through, 1 HP in a dream. It does not mean Mako's out. Spending it all, getting that hard knockdown, calling Hollow. A little bit of health back. Doesn't matter, though. That's not enough to survive another hit. And that JC catches Mako out. Ike Sheamus is on game point. These JCs from both players are catching the other out. It is probably one of the best buttons in the game. Trying to get those air glide overheads. That falling JC catching Ike again. Ike just double jumps in JC's on Wake Up. He does not care. Ending in Power Blast. Yuki is very strong in the fact that any 2-1-4 ender can go into Power Blast and just build her meter that she needs to catch out. Ike is sitting on 5 meter. I don't think he's interested in spending it until he can guarantee a win. He spends 1 bar but doesn't get the full conversion. Mako trying to find a situation. Celti snipes out Hollow. 2AB through. Mako, you need to spend this. Keep it simple, but you drop. Ike is going to capitalize. Ike's just spending it, keeping it simple. Not trying to combo blast. Going into Mother's Rosario. Very strong showing from both players. Even if it was straight, Mako's awareness of those scenarios, Ike obviously having to make adjustments on the fly. The bracket may not show it, but that was mentally a lot closer than before. We have some of our top players flashing their crackers at us in the crowd. Rain, who we'll see up later. Very known peanut butter cracker eater in the Dengeki community.
They do smack.
They do be smacking. But we have another very well-known name coming up with a more recent becoming well-known name also coming up. I think we'll be seeing Spine versus NTRM, also known as Gapper Man. I'm not sure how much you know of Akira. You've probably seen Clash Mech play a little bit.
Clash Mech? Who's that?
They're an Akira player. Yeah. They haven't traveled recently. But NTRM is our only current Akira player at all.
Oh.
Like I said, he's also known as Gapper Man. Akira does have to gap to win. Get a job, Lou says! He got it on camera. Finally. Yeah, Spine plays Yukina. Yukina's a very well-known, not too strong character, but Spine does make her work. Now, Yukina's potential is very unique. Yukina's potential actually disables push blocking.
Oh, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, whenever you try to push block Yukina while she has potential up, you'll still blow the meter if you're not a health deficit, but she just won't go anywhere, and it'll just show a red flash instead.
Dash push blocks up.
Yeah, do not be mashing push block. But Akira's also one of those characters that people just assume are bad, but he actually has some of the best advancing buttons in the game. He has a step dash, but he has advancing normals, as we just saw from round start, already pushing Spine to the corner, but Spine's regaining that mid-screen. Spending that trump potential and trump state, Yukina will be able to, you see, can't push block, and that trump state, Yukina's also able to jump cancel a lot of buttons she's not normally able to, introducing the Yukina blender. Trying to press those advancing buttons, but Yukina jumps over. That Mashiro assist is also going to be very dangerous for NTRM's ground game. Akira's going to really struggle getting past Mashiro at all. We saw some use of Dokuro to try and cover the direct front, but Yukina's specials kind of play just out of the range. And here we're going to be seeing quite a bit of damage. He's just opting to spend it. He doesn't have the meter to make this a guess for game scenario, but not that he could have anyways after the blast and the cats. It is currently Spine's advantage. Dashing through, Power Blast needs to build that meter. Good advance. Tetsuzanko! All red trumps are overheads and air unblockable. You have to watch out for that. Other than Silveria's, it's only air unblockable. Good use of backdash, keeping Spine from just being able to press buttons. Has to respect NTRM's offense. Manages to catch out a button, starting his own offense. Potential and trump state again. Cats are going out. Power Blast to make Mashiro go away. Tries to Tetsu Zonku through. Zonku. Opts to just jump out, gets a stray hit, doesn't get that, but Dokuro enables a confirm, spending the meter, as much damage as possible. One more confirm is all TRM's gonna need to take this first round of the game. Does not actually full root, and those clash frames straight through Dokuro. Impact moves are really good, depending on the scenario. Up backing, realizing those cats are exactly what Spine wants to play around. Gets caught by the 4AB and follow-up. A little bit of damage. This isn't too heavy, but Trump State is back. And is that going to be enough? Super into super. Yep. And Spine, from the bottom, comes straight back.
That Yukina pressure is vicious.
Yeah, that Yukina pressure is vicious. Yukina players will constantly say she's bottom 3, but I don't believe it. Like, their argument is that it's only like 8-9 seconds of the blender, but sometimes that's all you need. Just think about it. Yuki's opening you up in 8-9 seconds too. Like, I'm not saying she's as good as Yuki, but we're seeing that pocket Shizuo come out. He's actually been playing this a lot during our weekly lobby nights. So his pocket Shizuo is a very prevalent pick, especially against Spine, who he has played in our monthly. These Dokuro calls catching all of these approaches.
Definitely helps that he can keep up with range.
Yeah, it has a real projectile to force Spine to have to play his game. Even as a grappler, having that projectile is just very strong. Let's see if NTRM can keep this momentum. Yukina 2AB actually working for once, for twice! Push blocking while you still can. It's currently free because of health deficit, and so you might as well keep pressing it. Yukina 2AB not working a third time, though. Tries to run up, but gets the wrong throw. Needs a little bit of damage for it. It's going to have to eat these cats. Guesses wrong on defense. Guesses wrong again on defense. The second round is going to go to Spine. And TRM probably should have opted not to spend as many resources in round 2. Could have been in a very advantageous situation while Spine currently sitting at 0 meter. JCing straight through, does not care. Not going to have the meter to do too much, so opts to end it off the normal throw. JC again forces the escape blast. Spine does not have the resources to have that farewell for him at all. Spending the super. Spine is sitting on potential, tries to run up Red Trump, gets punished for it, but he will have Trump state on Wake Up. Dokuro straight through, this is his advantage. Trumps through the Red Trump, and NTRM making sure this stays, make sure he stays in the game. We are 1-1. The sigh of relief that he wasn't the second one to press Trump. You're going to be seeing Wilhelmina come out on Spine's side. Now, Wilhelmina is a very strong assist at sniping you out if you just don't engage, which NTRM is doing from time to time, but it's mainly those JCs. But Wilhelmina can also slow down the game as much as she wants to on those. As long as Shizuo's not in your face, you'll be able to call her out, and you gotta respect those bandages. But Dokuro just snipes her straight out. Straight into Rambu, the less damaging option, but just wanted to ensure damage and that it hit. Gets punished for the 4AB follow-up. Dokuro to keep that safe and run up Red Trump. NTRM is on set point. It was a crazy call out. I think we're accidentally showing our next players. But Spine keeping NTRM pressured in the corner, tries to counter through, but whiffs. Does not have the meter to make that a kill. We're going to be seeing that JC through, does not land the grab to Link, and the Yukina 2AB somehow finding its mark and putting both players on set point. Now NTRM has so many more resources to work with. This is an advantageous situation for him. And he's opting to spend it all right away for Spine to make some split-second decisions, try to find that mistake. But he makes a mistake of his own, playing around Yukina's spacing, tries to Red Trump through. He's going to have Trump state, though. This is dangerous. Good power blast. Both players have meter to work with, but that JC is enough! He just links it with super. You know, both players smiling after. It's just a good old game of Dengeki Bunko at the end of the day. Yeah, you know. Everyone's here just to play some good games of Dengeki. A small, close-knit community. Everybody knows everybody. So win or lose, it was essentially just another day.
Just another day in a battle.
Especially when Gapperman's involved. Still haven't had him screen Gaptastic for something stupid yet. We've all been waiting. But we should be having Ryu Orie versus Gary Butternubs, America's finest versus our lone Japan warrior.
Oh.
He did come for Under Night, Ryu Orie did, but, you know, French Red game, there's a lot of overlap, so he's got Dengeki under his belt, too. And I mentioned America's finest, Gary Butternubs. If you ever just hear Gary Butternubs speak, you'll understand.
Do I want to understand?
This man went on a whole rant about how white boys don't be talking about Maroon 5 anymore. And then he went, wait, I haven't liked Maroon 5 since this album that wasn't even released. I mean, that was released before he was born. He's like, wait, I've never been a Maroon 5 fan. Yeah, he also went on a rant about how chicken was the only meat worth eating. So, you know, America's finest. He is our representation. It almost makes you want to root for Ryu Orie. Yeah, I do believe Ryu Orie plays Shauna, though I could be mistaken. But Gary Butternubs is a Tatsuya Russian player. A very strong team, a very prevalent up-backing team. Tatsuya's entire game.
Toxic combo. That's Russian.
Yeah, very toxic across the board. You have access to Tatsuya's zero-frame blue trump. You have access to covering Russian from anywhere on the screen with 1 meter. Mist dispersion. But it seems I was wrong. Ryu Orie is a Yuki Iria player. A team I know very well.
Also toxic team.
Yeah, a very toxic team across the Toxic versus Toxic, 2 blue trump characters. Ryu Orie opting to Power Blast straight away, opting to have that meter, probably wanting to deal with Tatsuya as soon as possible. But Gary is very good at managing his resources. You may see Gary at 0 bar a lot, but that's just because he knows how quick he can generate the bar he needs for whatever confirm he wants. He baiting the throw attempt, catching with Monster Train. But Ryu Orie already on 2 plates and gonna be calling Iria, a little bit of OTG. Not opting for the left-right, going for the throw. Now Yuki does have a damage buff because of that Iria. And potential. Gary going for the throw, not letting Ryu Orie just block Monster Train. Blue trump straight through! Ryu Orie is playing his own, but JC does not confirm. Blue trump Stooks recognizes the 4A beat. The 3rd strike, supering straight through Monster Train. Trying to catch Gary pressing a button, but Gary's known not to mash. Escape blasting the combo blast. Very unfortunate situation. I'm not quite sure who did what, but both players having to ignite their blasts there because of that situation. Set up for the bowl left, right. Unfortunately drops. Gary keeping 5AB safe with the end of Monster Train, probably trying to just look for any button. But you're going to be sent to the corner with a hard knockdown because of this Iria call, Power Blast. Checking for anything, about to send that plate up. A little bit of stagger. Gary, however, not able to challenge that entire sequence at fear of the plate. Drops the 5-8B again. Monster Train coming out, however, Ryu only needs one more play. And like I said, missed dispersion, able to cover Rusian at any time. This is a kill. This is a kill. Oh, Haridana. That 0-frame blue trump does not beat actually getting thrown, though. Ryu going to be able to get that first play, keep it safe with ball, actually be able to pressure against the Rusian, finding his space, playing around those Tatsuya buttons, slowly keeping Gary in the corner. Gary just jumps out. Weird escape blast. Ryu is probably not going to see past 4 meter this entire round because of that. Going to need to make these confirms count. Gary getting a good power blast. Second stack up, 2-1-4 catching. We're going to be seeing the full route. Sets up the air unblockable. Has the meter to make this kill. Does not. Wait, combo blast. I did not. And the area extra damage just to make sure. That was just the first game.
Yeah. Felt like I was blocking that Rusian.
Yeah, we're behind the commentary table and we're feeling this. Trying to get those plate stacks early. Manages to catch Gary trying to slide out and start his own pressure game. Getting hard knocked down again, send that area out, a little bit of OTG. Jumping back, knocking that plate up. Gary has to respect that small little pressure string, but finds his way out straight afterwards. Gets that power blast. Tries to 2AB through, but Gary's patient. He knows he has the resource lead. He can punish off of any Rusian offense attempts. Area success, so we're not going to see a third plate stack for the next few seconds, but pushed back. Manages to land a 4AB into area explosion, but drops the link. That would have been enough for the round.
There you go. No rubber.
Very possible we see it here, though. Gary is willing to spend it all, and he has combo blast. Gonna see it right there, and he's gonna spend into super. Very good recognition of the scenario, and like I mentioned, Gary spends his resources perfectly. Straight there at 0, knew exactly how much he had. Ryu is going to have to be a little more spend happy than Gary is this second round. This little run-up throw shenanigans. Full root does not drop this time. However, Iria is down, so we're not going to be seeing Iria set for Oki, but catches Gary anyway. Gary perfectly fine with this, though, because Ryu needs to spend, going in with 1 meter. Unfortunately, does have both trumps still. Ryu making that tough decision. Does he want blast right away, or does he want the benefits of his character? He wants power blast as soon as possible. He needs that meter. Advancing forward slowly, both players trying to find anything. Ryu finds the first real opening. Doesn't have too many resources to make this work, but opts to get the area above, the left, right. Gary recognizes the situation, had to escape blast, but Ryu has the meter. Just go into super, keep it simple. A little bit of extra area damage, make sure it happens. And Ryu ending it with a perfect. And we hear it there. The declaration of perfection. Japan's lone soldier in our Dengeki bracket this time. Moving on forward. Now Gary did play that extremely well though. I mentioned once again, Gary knows how to manage his resources very well, knows how to spend just enough, knows when to hold on to cover Rushin, but Ryu at first was getting hit by those Rushins, but then realized I should just step back and play a slower game. We're getting more plushies.
Added to the collection. Yeah, Arya is definitely showing off those roots.
And see, we're getting more. Again. You got Ollie's bun is making this hard.
We're gonna like tip over like dominoes.
But we're gonna be seeing one of NA's most recognized players, one of the most recognized players in the AFGC overall for just production work and community support in general. Sun Tenchi. Florida representation versus Yokai Teo. I'm going to accidentally say Tokai Teo once. I'm sorry, man. But New York representation, I believe. I think this is going to be... Tenchi plays a few characters. We could see Asuna. We could see Kirino. I think I heard Asuna picked. Yep, Asuna. And Yokai Teo. The known Yuki player, Yuki Iria. Now, just because we see Tenchi playing Asuna now, if Tenchi gets that chance to swap, we could be seeing the Yuki, we could be seeing the Kirino. I do believe these players are gonna jump pretty much straight in though. I do, yep. Now, Yokai Teo is going to need to play around those Kuroneko pedals, which Kuroneko has a unique trait that every so often there's a random chance she comes out as Kamineko, and she cannot be hit, and you just have to respect what's about to come out. And Yokai Teo, very early escape blast. Very scary situation to be in, especially when you lose the not lose the round this quickly after that. Just a little bit of extra HP, enough time to get that extra 10% blast back on your blast. Now, igniting your blast does reset the type of cooldown it got and instantly gives you 50%. So, if you escape blasted and you lose the round right after, or even if you won, you're pretty much locked behind igniting your blast. You need that to come off cooldown. Impact frame straight through, but neither player really found too much off of it. Yokai Teo finding a little bit of OTG, some time to Iria. And here we are, we're seeing the Yuki blender start. That power blast, the plate, but throws straight through. That Iria triple. Just a little bit of extra damage coming out on Yokai Teo's side. Manages to catch Tenchi, trying to 2AB through. Does not actually get a kill off of it, though. I do believe it was very possible. Blocks the power blast and runs up and punishes the assist call attempt. Recognizing the situation, realizing Tenchi was going to try to fight to get out of danger, and taking it slow because of that. Yokai Teo played that second round pretty much perfectly, coming into the third without much of a deficit. But Tenchi is perfectly willing to spend again. Red trumping the approach in trump state now. Kamineko is out, punishes that combo blast. Combo blast himself, keeps it simple with a super. And soon Tenchi takes the first game. do believe we're getting some Toge representation from Sun Tenchi shirt with Uma Musume representation on Yokai Teo's shirt. So you know, both players fighting on who's got the better series. Makes sense for the anime crossover game. That whole approach getting stuffed out by the existence of Kuroneko. Those pedals keeping Yokai Teo from being able to follow the plate. Good throw tech, but tries to press right after the pedals are done. Asuna, unfortunately, was advantageous in that scenario. Blue jumping straight through, tries to 2AB, expecting to clash with Yokai Teo, but gets punished for it once again. We're going to be seeing that second plate. Are we going to be seeing left, right side, whiffs the red trump. Setting up an air unblockable scenario. Good escape blast. You were losing the first round if you didn't. Spending it all, wants to extend that trump state a little bit longer. Throws the 5AB. Blocks 2AB, combo blast to keep it safe. Yokai Teo is willing to spend to close it out. And despite combo blast scaling, Yokai Teo is able to have just enough damage to close out that first round. Now Tenchi, with no resources, has to find out how to build the resource and is going to be forced to spend the resource to take this second round. Calls out the power blast attempt. Good use of pedals, recognizing Yokai Teo really likes those air-to-air buttons. Throw again. Sun Tenchi might not need those resources. Throws again and only needs to spend 2 meter through the entire thing. Now Tenchi still doesn't have many resources to work with, but both trumps and blast will be up in 10%. Tenchi once again just going for those throws, keeping it simple. Gets impact frames with the red trump. Very unfortunate. However, Tenchi is in trump state. If Tenchi is able to regain advantage, which Tenchi has here, we'll be able to jump cancel many more options. Not that option though, Tenchi! Yokai Teo sitting on another trump though. The Yuki Blender is still very much possible with 4 meter. And he confirmed could put Tenchi in a guess for game scenario. Tries to run up throw again. Yokai Teo ready, but the escape blast with only 3 meter left. Good throw. That damage buff is going to be really good to offset your lack of resource gain the rest of this round. Impact frame through. Combo blast to make sure to instantly win the clash reactions. Good throw. Just going to spend it and go into super. This is going not to be enough. The Tenchi takes it 2-0. Still, really strong showing from Yokai Teo. Yokai Teo was able to find a lot of those situations, force Tenchi into clash situations. However, by the end, Tenchi just did not want to fight those clash scenarios and was willing to combo blast that last one straight away and reset it back to neutral, where honestly, Tenchi just displayed dominant neutral with Asuna's very long buttons. He's been playing Asuna for a while. He knows those ranges, those spots he needs to stay.
Kuroneko definitely helps with that.
Yeah, Kuroneko helps a lot at closing out approaches, closing out any of those aerial options. Because Yokai Teo, I mentioned it, Yokai Teo loves those air-to-air buttons. Yeah. But if those pedals are flying up, you just... nothing you can do about that. We'll actually be seeing Alabama representation now through Rain, our resident Dengeki Quenther player, with Naughty previous Climax of Night champion. Now, this is a matchup that Rain himself isn't very confident going into. Naughty does have quite a bit of Quenther experience. And, you know, it's the Climax of Night champion. There's a little bit of a mental thought going into this, but Quenther is a character that if you have the resources and you catch a mistake, you're putting him into a movie. That combo is making him drop 65, 70%. Save me, Ak up. Well, I guess we might not be getting Quenther. He has been getting a pocket Akko of all characters recently. Because he's, you know, years of playing Quenther. If anyone knows his weaknesses the best, it is him. And he does believe that Akko covers Quenther's bad matchups a little bit better because of being able to play her assist. She's really good with Rusia. So we might see a swap from Quenther to Akko if Rain does go down a game. He's already got the art for it. And I do believe these players are going straight into it. Yuki does have a lot of options to get past Quenther's, not really offense, but punishment zones. And Quenther has to find ways to get any sort of relief. That's honestly the best way to put it, because Yuki can just get back in. Trying to find that anti-air, but Quenther just does not kick high enough. Seeing that bold place, going for the throw. And Rain is going to be forced to spend resources this second round, but unlike most other characters, Quenther really needs this second round to even build resources for the third. So it's going to be an uphill battle to the very end for him. Especially when it's a player like Naughty. Forced to escape blast. Doesn't really matter though because of the 5 meter. Not going to get us a chance to spend any of it though. Naughty just closing it out.
Yeah, not even giving Quenther a chance to breathe or get their setups ready.
Yeah, that's how you fight Quenther. Rain realizing that he didn't even get a chance to play. He doesn't. He's just swapping to Akko. Akko in top 24. The crowd cheering. Save me, Akko. But Naughty's still finding those ways to get in. Finding some space to work with, getting a Russian call out, but does not get it all the way out. Still needs to respect Iria. Good throw attempt though, keeping Naughty from staying right in his face by showing that he's willing to use Russian 5S.
Russian 5S is pretty underrated.
Yeah, it's perfect for any character that has to stand directly in front of you. Does not manage to find any sort of relief in this corner, though. Still getting stuck in there. Naughty does have the resource. Recognizes it. Escape blast. But doesn't get anything out of it.
To see how they'll use their traps here.
I'm going to see it right there, though. And actually going to be seeing both hits of Monster Train happen. And Power Blast building that resource. Nadi does not care about that Flame Pillar. Gets push blocked into it for it, though. Jumping past Nadi, not letting him take Rusian out. Has to respect Monster Train. Akko working a lot better for Rain. Trying to find any stray hit. Tries to get the area off the screen, but gets punished for it. Nadi is now at advantage. Rain probably not gonna spend Trump for defense, especially in the second round. Jumps up, Nadi escape blast. He wants to close out this second round, but that wasn't the correct choice. Now you're forced to ignite your blast. Akko takes it. Nadi is going to be a lot more meter spend happy, especially in this third round. But Rain isn't without resource, though. He has that Trump stake currently. He had that free Power Blast there, so he's going to be building that meter. And this is going to hurt, though. As the left-right blocks it correctly. Monster Train hits! Supering just to get through Monster Train. Now, next hit will be kill, especially with Yuki damage buff. Combo blast, Trump, super, yep, just closing it out. Very good attempt by Rain. The Akko swap was what he needed. We might have seen something different if he had started with Akko, because he definitely was catching his momentum. This is just gonna be excuses for Rain to give on why Quenther's bad and why he should just play Akko. He does it every Wednesday night. Every single Wednesday.
Switch to Akko, man.
Yeah. We're given another delivery. You know, Aqua has to go besides Shion or Baitoa. Stay with Shio.
We need enough to just fail the borders.
She can be peeking. The Dengeki plushie table begins again. You know, we have a pocket-sized Aqua, so let me go ahead and take the Shion off the jacket. But we'll actually be seeing Tamaki versus Mouse next. Yes, I know that doesn't say Tamaki. I know Tama just didn't catch the memo that last con people weren't really changing their names too much, and we got Reticia or Kemiya versus Mouse. Now Mouse, very, very well-known member. The Mouse is actually the one that's playing. The man is just the vessel. It's like Ratatouille. But this should actually be a Tomika Ditto. I know Tama... Well, I'm not going to be able to not say Tama. Yeah, Tama does have other characters, also noticeably in Asuna. But... He's been really comfortable on Tomika again recently, and he's willing to play the Ditto a lot.
I haven't really seen much of this Ditto, actually.
No, I'm sorry that you have to see a lot of this character now. How do you block this character? I don't know. You know, we just be sweeping the floors. We trying to break some ankles. Red Trump straight through. Mouse is gonna have Trump stay. We're gonna see a lot more jump cancels. Not if Tama throws him into the corner though. Dokuro straight through. Does not want to hold any Tomika set play. He knows how scary it is. He'll do anything not to hold it. Neither of these players are probably going to be able to enact their actual game plan since they know how scary it is. Early escape blast caught with Dokuro. Oh, we're getting more plushies at the table.
That's great. Finally enough to spread across.
Setting up the air unblockable, but Tomoka faces the wrong way. Does not get the full cross under.
Some nasty push blocking.
Trying to space him out with the umbrella, trying to find any stray hits. Good throw. You know, this game has morph grab range sometimes. Catch those feet, dribble, shoot. Good ice hoop, get that power up blast, build that meter. Escape blast does not want to actually be forced in a guess for game scenario right afterwards. After that first round, Mouse is unable to find his footing, but is sitting on 4 meter. Now, Tama can pretty much just ignite his blast and get it back within the first 3 seconds of the round, so it's not too much of a deficit with both trumps. So Mouse needs to make something happen before Tama can build that meter. Only one rainbow, fake out. Tama recognizes the situation and dribbles right through. Ice hoop, what's it gonna be? Cross under red trump. Escape blast to set it back to mid-screen, but Tama has trump state because of that interaction. Combo blast to keep it safe. Gets a stray hit, but not a confirm. Trying to find anything. Keeping his own space with the umbrella. Gets caught by Dokuro. Ice hoop not letting him follow up on that Dokuro. Red trump straight through. Managed to hit Mouse. Mouse is on a guess wrong once and lose scenario. Tries to sweep Tama's feet. Shooting the ball from behind. Does not approach Tama's 480. Does not connect. Catches low, necessary escape blast. That would have been the game. We got 2 balls on this court. I don't think this is legal. We ain't playing NBA rules. And Mouse manages to snatch out that first game. Going straight back into it, though. Neither player really taking a moment to adjust. Mouse still riding that momentum. And Tama probably trying to make those adjustments on the fly. Tama holding that corner, setting the ball up. Escape blast to not hold any of that Tomoka mix. The last hit of Dokuro catches him. Tama recognizes the situation. He's willing to combo blast. Hits him with the left, right. Blocks all of it. Still have to hold just a little bit, though. Gets caught by the 4AB. Spend that meter. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Just 1 HP. Catches low with the sparkler bucket. I don't think we're allowed to have sparklers on the court, actually. I think that's a little bit of a rule break, Tomoka. Trying to make absolutely anything happen. Blocks the ball so it doesn't go into the hoop. No unique effect. Mouse, however, eating half HP and needing to hold Tama's mix. Good throw, a little bit of OTG. Gonna see Dokuro trying to catch something happening. Tries to 4AB through, doesn't get it. Caught low, necessary escape blast. That's gonna be it. Dokuro conversion, pick up! And we're gonna see 1, 2, 3, shoot to the heaven! And Tama broke.
Oh, she apologizes after.
Tama taking that second round. He's not out of it at all. Just don't check his Twitter in 4 days because he'll end up saying something like, "I want to drop Tomika."
Real basketball.
Real hooping hours. Who up? Mouse now struggling to find any relief from this onslaught. Power Blast to regen some HP, build some meter. Good blocks. Not getting too aggressive with Tama. Tama's just looking for any confirm. That jump state is really good for him. Manages to find a confirm. Not going to get too much off of it, though. Good jump back. Oh. Good use of Ice Hoop. Tama is now the one on the defensive after this. Mouse is good. Just goes for the jump and throw. Another throw. Necessary escape blast does not want to lose this first round. Jumping straight in. Both players just slowly playing around, trying to catch one mistake from the other. Catches Mouse low. Mouse has to escape blast. Just one solid confirm, and Mouse finds it with a falling aerial. Now Tama's gonna need to make something happen this second round, hopefully without spending too many resources. Very dangerous situation to be in, especially in a Ditto where your own character can put you in the set play blender. But good throw. Tama is draining his HP bar. Trying to bait a throw attempt with that late throw. Late jump. Catches low from that range. Gonna send Tama back to the hoop blender. Whose court? Tomika's court.
Back to LA Fitness.
Caught low, broke those ankles, had to escape blast, had to call the ref.
Oh no.
It wasn't a real ref call though. Row Q boo. Now the ref ain't calling foul on that play. We are in set point. Got low again. Early escape blast. Has 4 meter though and a trump, so not too scary. Mouse, however, is gonna need to find some way out of this, and his escape blast is not an option anymore. Got caught trying to, and straight again. We are Steph Curry on this court. Row Q Brew. LeBron J. Wait, not 1 HP? We got
overtime.
Okay. Actually, LeBron James actually came back for the second. We were tricked on commentary. Production was tricked. The players were tricked. I saw them. Yeah. So, we've seen really good Dengeki this entire time. But, you know, everything needs a little bit of a break. Just a quick little ad break. Get some water, stay refreshed, grab a quick little snack. We'll be coming back with the rest of DFCI Top 24 shortly. And we got another plushie. Yeah. welcome back to Dengeki Bunko Top 24. It's been a wonderful showing so far.
It's been wild.
And we've got more. But it's not even close to the best Dengeki we'll see all day. But we will be seeing Gary Butternubs versus NTRM, Gapper Man himself versus America's Finest. Now these two players do play quite a bit. This is going to be more of a personal matchup than anything. NTRM has a little bit of personal beef with Gary Butternubs.
Oh.
By personal beef, I mean he was there with the chicken is the only meat worth eating conversation.
Why chicken?
I wish I could tell you. He had a good steak once, and he was like, you know, chicken's just better. Why would I get this when I can get chicken?
What?
It's the Gary special. That's why he's America's Finest. Things will be hopping straight into it now. Gapper Man opting to stick with the Shizuo.
It's pretty clean color.
He's kind of fresh with it. Now Gary is going to be able to really get those super jumps over Dokuro and the vending machines, and he has really good air-to-airs to deal with it. And probably the best 2AB in the game.
Yeah.
So it's not really just... JC, unfortunately, isn't really too safe of an option, even if it is Shizuo's best option. Especially with Monster Train, catching him right there, this is going to be enough. Just going into Super. Monster Train didn't come quick enough, was not able to save him. 1 HP in a dream, though. Unfortunately, Brother Man is the one that has to approach. Not going to just be able to throw washing machines. Gary catches him out with a JB.
Yeah, that JC really is kind of laggy.
Opted to jump back and take out Rusi, and honestly, the smart call. Gary probably expected an approach. Dokuro not coming down in time, probably did not want that escape blast. Making do with what happened, though. Just spending that meter. Catching Gary, trying to do anything after. Probably a jump startup. You know, there's just something about a very angry man jumping at a dude with 2 magic guns. Oh yeah! Either player really wanting to jump straight into the other one, trying to find that stray hit and convert off of it, and Gary is able to find that, calling out Monster Train, being able to run his own pressure now. Gary is, however, sitting on enough meter to make the next confirmed count. And Power Blast. TRM needs to make something happen now. And the Mist Dispersion. Now, EX Mist Dispersion does track to your opponent's location, so you can't just be throwing things out. We're going to be seeing a character swap. Are we going to be swapping to the Akira?
Akira.
We are! Gapper Man returns! Now, if there's true words that Gapper Man has spoken, Shizuo isn't Gap, but Akira is true Gap.
The Gap never left us.
Akira Wilhelmina. Now, Wilhelmina is going to be able to shut down a lot of these up-back attempts. She's going to hold Tatsuya. She's going to be able to hold Tatsuya in place for a little bit, letting Akira get in. The issue is mainly going to be around navigating Rusia. This dispersion into Monster Train. Russian able to just get past for free. Thrown into Russian, 2AB. Now the conversion does scale, but that hard knockdown is what really makes it. And I mentioned earlier, those advancing normals.
Took him a bit of trouble stopping that Russian.
Jumping straight back, trying to land an elbow. Straight into Red Trump. Neither lands. And NTRM is going to be put in a very scary situation. Gary Butternubs sitting here on set point. Whoever loses this is out. We are on loser's side. Got Love gonna try to go for as just a knockdown. Tries to cross him with the left right, but he catches out the situation. Tries to power blast through, but gets caught by the first sequence of Monster Train. Wonderful throw. Russian is back up. Mina prevents any chance of calling it though. Good backdash. Tries to find that overhead. Gary, however, recognizes the situation. Goes high, gets caught low though. A little bit of OTG. Tries to trick him with the left right. Good throw. We're just going to be seeing some meters spent. Throw those hands.
Real good.
And Trump straight through. Triple backdash, dash forward, backdash, Red Trump. That is true gap. Blue Trumping through. That is a zero frame Blue Trump. Forced a Red Trump through if he did not want to lose a turn there. He does have Trump state for this early onset. Catches him. Now, the main mix-up of this game is, am I going to grab you or am I going to go low? Because you can't tech when you're blocking low. Akira twists that on its head. Akira has that guard crush only on standing opponents, and that's what caught him there and let Wilhelmina assist land it, causing that conversion. He was very recognizing of the situation, realizing Gary was blocking those overheads. He hadn't thrown it out yet, and he hit him with that guard crush. It's that upwards uppercut that is that guard crush. The gap comes in layers. Good tower blast. Good throw, sending Gary Butternubs to the corner. Oh. All right, and super. Gary astonished at what just happened. That Tatsuya does not let that happen. Gapper Man is gapping full effect. He is in the zone right now. He tries to get that guard crush again, but Gary's not caught standing. We need to go back to layer one, throw out some more of those overheads on block. Tries to go for an empty jump throw, but Gary mashes low. Right. Not wanting to spend that meter, trying to win this as cheap as possible. Does not want to go in with 0 meter. Good guard crush! Wilhelmina for Oki. Goes for the overhead. Trying to keep it in Gary's head that he's willing to throw it out. Now that he's willing to spend in this third round, that guard crush could make or break any interaction.
Very good on Gary for keeping their burst ready.
Yeah, Gary played that extremely well. Tries to get that guard crush right away, but Gary was crouching. We got the audience screaming gap on some encounter. The audience is wanting Gapper Man to take this, but you can't count Gary out. Gary is a very strong player. He does it through Monster Train. It lasts long enough to get through Rusian. Good throw by Gary. Caught low. This is all he needs. Actually, he doesn't have the meter. Gary's gonna Rambu through. And both players are at enough meter to take the other out. Good throw. Gary just goes for a second and into super. Gapper Man has been out-gapped. Very good showing from both players. Akira showing just how unique of a character he is. Hitting the guard break through Rusian, using that to get through. And those well-placed red trumps letting him find those scenarios to put Tatsuya in a very disadvantageous situation. But he just wasn't able to get past those Tatsuya blue trump interactions. And he just guessed wrong on Gary going for that second throw.
Yeah.
We're getting another plushie.
Yuzu.
Let's go. Where is Yuzu going?
Right here. Her hair is like knocking people down.
Yuzu's hair is a little bit of an issue. Can she lay down? No. I have an idea. I have a wonderful idea. Ollie has a hair bun that's an issue.
Oh my god, you're gonna clip her on like it.
We do this. We do this.
What good friends.
Wonderful friends. Historians will say they were the best of friends. We got a wonderful lineup going over here. I do wonder where... Oh, Blue is sitting down. We'll see Yokai Teo versus Blue. Now, Blue used to be the resident Georgia Kirito player, though. In this last year, he's decided that he's wanted power. Tatsuya's kind of. So we've seen from Yokai Teo that we have a very strong Yuki area. Now, I think Blue plays Celti assist. No, Rusian assist. But I do believe that we're just going to be hopping in with these two players. Now, Blue, having played Kirito before, is very on top of resource management. You kind of have to when you play a character that goes from one of the worst characters to the best characters in the game, but only for 8 seconds with Blue Trump. You have to make good use of your trumps and your resources. So Blue's got that behind his belt, but Yokai Teo definitely has a lot more experience with this team and has had to deal through multiple Tatsuyas through this bracket alone. So Blue's going to need to find some way his play is unique to make Yokai Teo slip up. And that area ball, that 2AB, it's really good, but if you get caught,
not letting up pressure at all.
You get put in very unfortunate conversion scenarios like we just saw. Now, Yokai Teo does not have any meter to work with right quick. 2AB is a very solid option for getting out of that, but Escape Blast was ready, and Yuki had a 2AB of her own to answer. Missed dispersion right away, expecting the area. Alright, escape blast at the end of the route. Probably should have done it much earlier, but Blue probably wasn't expecting the full route to actually carry him that far. And Yokai Teo takes a clean second round. Yo, has the stress ball to keep those nerves from going on. I think I gotta invest.
A little stress balls.
Yeah, my top 24 qualifier, I was I was shaking. Yokai Teo's teaching us the tech back here at the commentary desk.
It's my anti-Russian tech.
Sees we're hopping straight back into it. No adjustments team-wise from either player. Blue probably going to play a little more aggressively. Blue really wasn't able to enforce his game plan at all, enforce those Russians. But you're Tatsuya. You just got to spend a single meter to do it. So we might see it like miss dispersion there. Just a little too late. Probably a little bit of scared of Yokai Teo going, I don't care about Russian. I'm going to super jump and I'm a JCU. We did see those JCs hitting Blue a lot earlier. A little bit too early. He was not able to find the space he needed to get past. Straight through 2AB, clash frames. Blue trumps to make that save. Good backdash. Players resetting back to neutral, but Blue able to get that Russian call and actually get the full Monster Train follow-up. Yokai Teo only needs to find one good area moment, though, to get that third stack. Not going to be able to find it, though, if Blue has anything to say about it. Running straight past the ball to AB. I'm not sure I agree with that round 2 Blue Trump usage, especially this early. You know that Yokai Teo needs to spend that resource. Yokai Teo's not going to be more prone to spending if you're at a lower resource game. Blue perfectly willing to spend, though. He's playing the second round like it's a full round. Does not want to give Yokai Teo that chance to turn it around at all. Which you are a game down. Sometimes you just opt to play with as much chance as possible. Good backdash, getting past the ball and the Yuki 2C. The dash back in though. Whiffs it, jumps to make sure the follow-up doesn't hit, and forces an escape blast from Yokai Teo. Yokai Teo is going to be playing a very dangerous game from now on. Any confirm is not going to be escapable at all. Blue escape blast himself, but Iria's third stack was there to make sure that he wouldn't get anything off. Blue taking a moment to recollect himself. He knows he's igniting that blast, but you don't have to ignite it right away. You can take those 5 seconds for yourself. Take a little breather, take a little thought. And Yokai Teo, unfortunately in a very strong situation if you're Blue. Working with blast, able to set up left rights effectively, and now only needs one more stack for Iria. Boom. Tries to catch Blue, trying to do something with Iria 6S. Does not manage to hit into Monster Train. Just a normal route. Spending it for super. Blue is going to have meter deficit because of this stuff. With not much of a cash out compared to what could have been. 2AB though. We're going for the Power Blast route. Trying to build that meter back. Realizing that a good conversion would have him dead. Does not get sniped by that 6S. Blue lives to see another interaction. Yokai Teo letting Rushin exist. Good tech. Falling air button. Does not have the resources need, primarily Area 6S, to make this a kill, but this will be a guess for game scenario. Recognizes the situation, opts to just jump, but Rambu causes Blue to get out of there, but Yokai Teo chases and catches him. Yokai Teo takes it 2-0. Very strong showing from both players.
Very strong showing.
However, I feel Blue he's only been playing this team about a year now. He just doesn't have the experience with this team to really get around players that know it.
Yeah, the micro interactions in this game can be pretty tough.
At the end of this day, the game is primarily a resource management game, and when you're not able to hit those big cash outs perfectly, especially against somebody that has Tatsuya Rushins in their region and knows that team's potential,
you have to work a lot harder to get in.
You're going to have to work harder. You're going to have to get in more after working harder. It's just a lot of little things that Yokai Teo took advantage of, but still a very strong showing from Blue, especially for being a newer Tatsuya Rushin player, having come from Kirito. Well. But we will be seeing the return of Rain. Now, I don't think I've ever seen Rain and Alps play. I feel like they have, but I can't remember it. Rain, of course, Quenther Akko player. A lot of assists under his belt, so I can't really say what assist. And Alps, I want to say Asuna. I feel like I'm wrong. We'll see. Now, of course, no matter who Rain plays, he's primarily playing around capitalizing off of your mistakes and blowing your resources the minute he's able to force you to. Which is, honestly, in a game where resources are this heavy, not a bad idea. But it mainly stems from his years of Quenther. So he's built a very unique play style that has very quickly taken a lot of old names by storm. And Rain is swapping back to the Quenther. We're seeing Tatsuya from Alps, Tatsuya Rushin actually. So another Tatsuya Rushin. Like I said, this team is common. A lot of people do have lots of experience against it. Rain especially. However, Tatsuya Rushin is one of those teams that Quenther, as a character, just struggles again. Quenther, he's not meant to just get in and brawl with you, and Tatsuya Rushin is meant to up back and force them to come to you. Deal with Rushin and then deal with Tatsuya. So this is where a lot of his different assists come in. Zero is going to be able to shut down a lot of Tatsuya and just force Rushin away. We saw that initial attempt right there, but he just wasn't expecting it to happen right away. Yeah, this is going to be an uphill battle for Rain. See, that Zero nullifies that entire first wave of Monster Train, but that second wave still comes back. So Rain has to make something happen in that little bit of time he's given. And he finds something past the Whiffed Mist Dispersion. He has the meter to go into at least potential. Yep, potential. Quenther has a very unique potential that really works. Oh, only for him. So, all of these cut-ins while he's in potential cost no meter. Bomb support normally costs 1 meter. Quenther is a character that the more meter he is exponentially more explosive. And it's because of bomb support extending his combos. So when he's able to get bomb support for free, he's essentially getting 9 to 10 meter combos for 4.
Wow.
Most other characters would hit some weird combo proration if they had it. It's a very unique to Quenther and a very unique spin on resource management for this character. If Rain recognized that air heavier, he wouldn't have had to risk that second. But Alps is sort of finding his ground a little bit. Getting around Havia is recognizing those dead zones, and Alps has to find those dead zones, especially since the only other active Quenther is I That Guy. And they play quite a bit differently. Whiffing A Havia does not manage to punish it though. Run under, trying to gain that ground. 0 straight through, getting rid of Rushian. Trying to capitalize anything onto Tatsuya. That Monster Train tries to get a throw, but Alps techs it.
Like, Alps is not really leaving in a lot of these conversions.
I would be scared to make a mistake in this scenario, so I completely get it. We could be seeing big damage coming from Quenther at any moment, such as right now. That escape blast was necessary. He realized that it was death. Nothing can happen in 5 seconds, so he's just gonna, he's just gonna opt to hold it for the 3rd round. Very smart awareness of the time. He knows that Alps had to ignite his blast. He knows that 1 hit is going to be enough to send Alps to the last 30% of his HP almost instantly. Trying to find something with these Havias. Just going ahead and bomb support, getting that potential. Knows that he can use Power Blast to build that meter. Next confirm is going to be very scary. Finds that time to punish. Now these are the harder links, but Rain does not drop these generally. And look at that damage. Alps is in a very dangerous situation. Recognizing Mist Dispersion was going to come out on the 2nd. And jumps back, ready to hit Rushin again. Now, Rain did not have the meter right now. Quenther is a very below average damage character with little meter, but he quickly becomes the most damaging the minute that meter says 3. Tries to punish the escape blast with the trump, but gets push blocked right before, unfortunately.
Too high, he can still bring it back. Alps
goes through the 2AB with Power Blast! He cheers himself on!
immediate Power Blast.
Power Blast back. Making sure he can build that resource. Whiffs the conversion off of 0. Avery wasn't really a priority there. Catches him low. I don't think he's going to really spend on this route. No. Alps, however, is in kill range now. Believe it or not. He might have actually been in kill range last confirm, but it just wasn't a good button. Alps spending absolutely everything, knows that he needs to make something happen. Escape Blast knows that he absolutely needs to win round 1, especially with this resource K. Does not find the time to Havia, but gets it right after. Rain needs to find this conversion. Gets it with an aerial EX Havia. We're going to be seeing those bomb supports. But no! Quenther 5AB is known for just randomly dropping. The Japanese guide for Quenther straight up says 5AB just drops sometimes. You have to be ready for it. And unfortunately, that is what caused Rain that first round. Rain probably distraught after spending all of that resource just to drop it all on a 5AB. But has to make something happen this second round. Fortunately, he's making a little damage without resource, but he can't afford to spend. He can't afford to spend anything.
Kind of messed up too, that one of the best ways to get meters advancing, and when you advance a Quenther, it's just
slowly building towards Power Blast. He has enough meter to make something happen. It's a question is if he's willing to say Blast is enough to have, and he is! He's willing to blow as much as possible to put Alps in a disadvantaged situation. It should be enough whip trump, and it is! Woo! The crowd goes wild. But it isn't over for Alps yet. That early escape blast is detrimental, though. Rain is going to take full advantage of that, knowing that he only has to deal with relatively 3 EX miss dispersion shots through this whole round. He's given a lot more space to work with, and power blasting of his own right now. Punishes the 2AB. Is he just gonna get bomb support now? Is he gonna go all the way for it? Yep, he's opting to get that 40%. Build a little bit more meter. He's actually opting to spend a lot more than I would have expected. He knows that he's about to get blast back in another roughly 10 seconds. And Alps probably wants to hold on to his blast a little more for escape blast. Now the issue is Tatsuya 2AB.
Yeah.
But this should be it for Rain. He has a blast safe route. Alps is not going to be able to get out of this. Yo! He's just kicking. He is a 12, 14-year karate practitioner. He does actually teach at his dojo. So, you know, when he pops off, he's going to show off the work a little bit. He is the greatest Quenther to ever do it. You know, out of all two of them. The greatest Quenther to ever do it.
My favorite Quenther player.
See, I'm biased. He's from my region. He has to be my favorite Quenther player. But that just shows just how explosive Quenther is in turning around the game. Especially, that wasn't even like an advantageous situation for Rain.
I felt like he was on the back foot the entire time.
He was on the edge. Like, Rain is the first one that will ever tell you that if Quenther loses round 1, he probably lost the game. But he turned it around. Is that Mouse and Aces High? I could just look. Yeah, that is Mouse and Aces High that I see. Now, Ace is High, you might know him by a few other tags if you follow Dengeki for a while. Adahan, Aiden. But he is our resident Shizuru representative. He used to play Shizuru Toma. He made Shizuru Toma work for quite a while, but he's realized that
He wants to win.
he wants to win. He might as well pick Shizuru's best assist. He might as well go to the dark side and pick Dokuro. And of course, Mouse, no introductions needed. We've already seen Mouse, and everybody knows Mouse. He's the people's champ. Ratatouille himself.
Is he the man or the rat?
Mouse is the rat. He's the rat that's on his head. That's not there right now. 'Cause, you know, he's on the sticks right now. He didn't need the vessel anymore. He's just playing. Now, Aces High does have a lot of experience against Mouse in particular. These two tend to meet a lot in bracket. But that also means Mouse has a lot of experience against Aces High. So we're essentially... we're about to see the two gorillas go at it. Now, neither of these players necessarily like to block. We're going to see Aces High use that super to hopefully try to regain that mid-screen. Mouse with a really good push block, sending Aces High back, trying to throw out balls at all to keep that JC out.
Blitzberg almost got him.
Good dive kick, but unfortunately Mouse recognized the situation, realized Aces High was trying to find that angle and jumped over. Aces High finds another moment to sneak in though, sending Mouse to the corner. Good power blast. Good spacing around those dive kicks, recognizing that's Aces High primary plan to try to get in. Just not getting full conversion off the power blast punish. Aces High is gonna find that moment. Does not connect the trump though. Gets trump state though. However, Mouse is gonna try to waste this as long as possible and answer with trump state of his own. Rainbow Hoops trying to set up the unblockable, but dive kicks through. Dokuro extending the combo a little bit, just a little bit of extra damage. Not gonna have enough meter for super. However, gonna safe? No, does not get the safe jump. Good throw tech, does not get pushed into the ice hoops at all. But caught low. Counter hit. I think Aces High was trying to either 5AB through it or just mashing 2A, expecting something like maybe a run-up tick throw. Are we seeing the assist swap? That Toma I mentioned is coming out. Now Toma is a very unique assist. If you're familiar with the Rel deck series at all, you know he has something called the Right Hand of God, Imagine Breaker. So that's what he's holding up there. It, however, doesn't work on the left side of the screen because it's his right hand. And he holds up his left hand on the right side.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but it's his 6S that doesn't work.
Oh my gosh.
So he's really good on one side of the screen. Very funny assist, but unfortunately he does drop tears because of that. But that is why you'll be seeing Aces High trying to primarily play on one side. But it does seem like it's working for him. He's finding those moments. Toma is keeping Mouse from finding any ground. And he's hyping himself up. He's having fun playing Toma again. It's been years. He'll throw it out every so often for casuals, but it's been a while since we've seen the Toma actually come out on a placement bracket game. Tries to dive kick right in front of the rainbows, but gets hit by the last one. Mouse gonna go into Trump state. You gotta watch the Tomica mix. Blocks the ball so the hoop doesn't go in. Good throw. Being thrown into the ice hoop does not get a full conversion off of it, though. However, Aces High is in a very detrimental spot, trying to equal it out. Super 1 meter and blast. This would honestly be anyone's round at this point. But Mouse red trumping through and sucking in. Air unblockable. Blast is up, so Aces High opts to trump Shizuru. A little bit of extra defense, some extra damage. Rokubu! Pull out the whole team. Trying to land these JCs, doesn't get anything, but gets the command grab, at least confirming some damage. Toma manages to confirm, it's a counter hit, forces his escape blast. I'm not quite sure I agree with it, but Mouse is up there and I'm not, so. And there we go, Imagine Breaker at work. And Mouse gets past Imagine Breaker and the strongest man in Ikebukuro combined and takes it over Aces High. Very strong showing though.
Definitely.
Especially that Toma swap provided Aces a lot of momentum he otherwise wasn't finding with Dokuro.
Give him a lot of needed pressure.
Which is crazy to say considering that Dokuro provides the pressure and that forward advancing assist. Toma just was what Aces High needed.